Hello students, welcome back second PUC economics classes. So in last classes we discussed about the production and concepts of cost. So in that chapter we discussed about the meaning of production, production function, returns to scale, law of variable proportion, okay, and also we discussed about the concepts of cost, meaning of cost, then classification of cost, in that short run cost and also long run costs. Completely we discussed about the behavior of producer in the last chapter. Okay, now we are going to study about the theory of the firm under perfect competition. This is the chapter number 4 under the microeconomics. This is the chapter number 4 under the microeconomics. Okay, so the chapter name is the theory of the firm under perfect competition. The theory of the firm under perfect competition. So what is the meaning of perfect competition? Then what is the meaning of theory of firm? Everything we have to discuss in this chapter. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to study about the what is the meaning of firm. Then what is the meaning of the perfect competition? Okay, what are the features of the perfect competition? So and also we should discuss about here the main important 3 points are profit maximizer, firms supply curve, market supply curve. Completely in this chapter we will study about the concepts of revenue, perfect competitive market, perfect competitive market. So in that we have to study about the profit maximizer. Profit maximizer, what is the meaning of profit maximizer? You know that very well, each and every producer or firm always wants to maximize their profit only. Every producer wants to earn more money, that is called profit. Okay, so that's why it is called as profit maximizer. Always a producer or a firm wants to get more profit, that is called only profit maximizer. Profit maximizer, see the amount of that a firm produces and sells in the market which maximizes its profit. Definitely when a firm wants to increase the profit, that time there should be increase the amount of the production. Increase the amount of the production. See the amount that a firm produces, the amount, quantity, the amount that a firm produces and sells in the market, which maximizes its profit. Definitely the firm wants to increase the or maximize its profit, that time they should increase quantity of goods and services produced. They should increase the production of goods and services. So that is only the amount. Amount means quantity. Okay, the amount that a firm produces and sells in the market which maximizes its profit. We have to discuss this one, and also we have to study in this chapter firms supply curve. Firms supply curve. So firm supply curve, what is the meaning of that? The levels, it shows the firm supply curve shows the levels of output. The supply, like firm's supply curve shows the levels of output that a firm chooses to produce. A firm chooses to produce at different market prices. Different market prices, because prices are always changing. Okay, there is no constant in prices. Prices, what will happen? Definitely there will be change in the price. Price is a variable. Sometimes maybe increase, sometimes maybe decrease, sometimes it's like a constant. Okay, but always it's changing only. Which one? Price. At different price level, at different market prices, how much to produce. That is only, it shows by which one? Supply curve. Actually in this chapter we have to understand the firm decide to how much to produce. How does the firm decide to how much to produce? That is the main question. In this chapter we have to understand a firm, the firm, that is how does a firm decide how much to produce? How does a firm decide how much to produce. Actually, how much to produce, that is shows by which one? Supply curve. The supply curve, which one? Firm's supply curve shows the level of output, whether increase or decrease. The firm's supply curve shows the level of output that a firm chooses to produce. The firm, which one? The firm supply curve shows the level of output, how much to produce. Okay, it shows the levels of output that a firm chooses to produce at different market prices, because prices are, what will happen, always changing, sometimes increasing, sometimes decreasing. So in this situation, how much to produce, that is shown by firm supply curve. The firm's supply curve shows the levels of output that a firm chooses to produce at different market prices. In different market prices, a firm, how much to produce, whether it should produce more or whether it should produce less, that is depends upon the firm's supply curve. The firm supply curve shows, okay, the firm supply curve shows how much to produce. That is the actually at the different market prices. If the prices are more, that they will produce more. Why? What purpose? To earn more profit. Okay, so that is the supply curve shows the firm supply curve shows the how much to produce. Otherwise, it shows the levels of output, how much they produced. The firm supply curve shows the levels of output produced by a firm. The firm supply curve shows the levels of output produced by a firm at different market prices. How much they produced, how much they are going to produce. So everything shown by firm's supply curve. Then market supply curve. Firm is an individual, market is a overall. So market supply curve shows the output levels that firms in the market produce in aggregate corresponding to different values of the market price. We have to understand here, firm is an individual, market is a overall. Okay, so here individual firm decides how much to produce. Here market, because in the market we can see number of companies, number of firms. Here the market supply curve shows the quantity of output, the levels of output produced by all the firms. This is individual firm, this is single. So this is overall firms in the market. So market supply curve shows the output level, how much to produce. Okay, how much produced by all the firms, that is we have to understand in the market supply curve. This is firm supply curve is individual firm, how much to produce and how much produced. It shows the levels of output at different price level. Here this is the market supply curve shows the same levels of output at different market prices. Prices by all the firms, here single firm. Okay, so in this chapter we will discuss about meaning of market and concepts of revenue, and also what is the meaning of perfect computation. Then what are the types of markets. Everything we will discuss in this chapter. The main 3 important topics you are going to study under this chapter, that is profit maximizer, firm supply curve, market supply curve. Firm supply curve, market supply curve. Firm supply curve, that is individual. Market supply curve, this is overall, produced by all the firms. It shows the levels of output. It shows the levels of output by an individual firm. It shows the level of output by produced by all the firms. This is market, this is only individual. Okay, now we have to discuss about what is the meaning of market. Actually, market, it is an arrangement where buyers and sellers come in contact with each other directly or indirectly to buy or sell goods and services. Okay, actually market is a place. Now it is not to consider as a place, it is not a necessity to consider as a place, because now we are purchasing goods and services, we are selling and we are buying goods and services through internet, like through the online. Through online only we are purchasing. That's why not necessary to consider as a place, but we can examine or we can explain the meaning of market. Market is an arrangement where buyers and sellers come in contact, where the buyers and sellers come in contact with each other directly or indirectly to buy or sell the goods and services. This is called market. Once again I repeat, market is an arrangement where the buyers and sellers come in contact with each other directly or indirectly. Okay, directly or indirectly to buy or sell the goods and services. That is called only market. Right? So nowadays, before it was only considered as directly. Okay, but now we can observe that indirectly also, not necessary to come in contact face to face, not necessary to come into contact with face to face. We can purchase goods and services wherever, whichever, okay, from our native places, like from our places only, from our places. By sitting here only we can purchase goods and services through online, right? Okay, there are so many like e-commerce, like that. There are so many apps through that we can purchase goods and services. That's why market is an arrangement where the buyers and sellers come in contact with each other directly or indirectly to buy and sell, buy or sell of the goods and services. To buy or sell of the goods and services. This is called as market. Okay. So actually these markets divided on the basis of time, place, competition. Okay, these markets can be divided as on the basis of time, on the basis of place, on the basis of competition. So what are that? That is see, first the market meaning. Market is an arrangement. Market is an arrangement where buyers and sellers come in contact with each other directly or indirectly to buy or sell, to buy or sell goods and services. Okay, this is called market. So especially the market can be divided so many types on the basis of time, on the basis of time, on the basis of place, on the basis of competition. Okay, on the basis of time, that is very short period, and long period. Okay, very short period means within less time only it will be the buyers and sellers purchase goods and services. For example, a flower market. Okay, that is very short period. Short period within half an hour, like within 1 hour, like within half day, that is short period, right? Then long period maybe whole day, that is purchasing goods and services. This is very short period, this is short period, this is long period. Very short period means within for example weekly twice, weekly morning 6 to 10 or 6 to 9, like this the what the goods and services are selling and buying, that is called very short period. Up to afternoon, that is short period, and the complete whole day, that is long period. On the base of place, so on the base of place we can say like that: local, regional, national and international. Okay, on the base of place, local, regional, national, international. Local, our place; regional, like taluk, which will district places, like commercial places. For example, you can say like that: local means Hoskote, regional means Bangalore. That is after that national, country. This is international, right? With other countries. Local, like imagination, just Hoskote, like regional, Bangalore. Like this is national. Okay, other overall we can say like that our country, within the country, this is international, out of the country. This is local, Bangalore, just imagination. This is Karnataka, like state. This is country, this is out of the country. This depends upon the place. The market can be classified on the basis of different different factors or different activities, that is time, on the base of time, on the base of place, on the base of competition. So finally, on the base of competition, markets can be classified into two types. One is perfect competition, another one is imperfect competition. Okay, on the base of competition, the market can be classified into two types. One is perfect competition, another one is imperfect competition. Okay, in this chapter we are going to study about the perfect competition, and in the next chapter we will discuss which one? Imperfect competition. In the imperfect competition, we can observe monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly, okay, monopolistic markets. We can observe that one only in the next chapter. That is, we will study about imperfect competition in next chapter, but in this chapter we have to discuss perfect competition. Perfect competition. Are you understanding? The markets can be classified on the basis of time, place, competition. So on the basis of time, very short, long. On the basis of place, local, regional, national, international. Then on the basis of competition, perfect competition market and imperfect competition market. Okay. So here you have to understand meaning of firm and industry. What is the meaning of firm and what is the meaning of industry? Firm is a part of an industry. Firm is a part of industry. See? Firm and industry. Firm is a part of industry. Industry is a group of firms. Group of firms. This is part of an industry. Okay. For example, how you can say like that? There are so many firms. For example, if you take the mobile companies like Samsung is there, Vivo, Oppo, right? There are so many like Redmi. Like here, each company name or company considered as a firm. Are understanding? Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, then Redmi. These are all firms only. Here, each called as the firm. So this is called as firms. Samsung firm, like Vivo firm, like Oppo firm, like Redmi firm. That is firm. So this is industry, group of firms. When we are gathering all this Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, Redmi, this is called as mobile industry. Mobile industry. So this is firm. This is an industry. Firm is a part of an industry. Part of an industry. Industry is group of firms. Group of firms. There are so many biscuit companies like Britannia, like Sunfish. So these are all individual firms. So when we are combining all this is called as biscuit industry. There are so many pens, Reynolds company is there, so many companies are there. So each company is called as firm. So overall, all the companies we can be gathering like that is pen industry. As like as cement, Birla Super, like Ambuja Cement, Ultratech, okay, like this. These are all called as firms. So when we are combining all these cement firms, that is called as cement industry. Cement industry. Okay, anyhow, firm is part of an industry. Okay, in this is part. Firm is a part of industry. Industry is a group of firms. Group of firms. Okay, here there is no rules and regulations. Whenever any firm they can stop the production and any firm they can increase the production. But here there is a lot of rules and regulations. There are more rules and regulations are there. Right? So this is firm, this is industry. Anyhow, in next class we will start about the perfect competition. Perfect competition. So this is how we can define. It is depends upon the basis of competition. On the basis of competition, markets can be classified into two types. One is perfect competitive. Another one is imperfect competitive. Perfect competitive we should discuss in this chapter only, and imperfect competitive market, that is we will discuss in next chapter. Okay, in next class I will start about the which one? Perfect competitive market. Thank you.